Hi, welcome to Alzheimer's Society of British Columbia. Today we're going to show you how to upload your mailing list and create an email. When you first log into your account, you're going to be at your dashboard. If you highlight Lists and choose New, it's going to bring you to the first step. First step is to agree to the terms of service, which say that everybody that's going to be mailed to has directly opted in with you and knows who you are as a sender. When you click Next, it's going to ask you to name your list. The name of your list is generally going to coincide with the email that you're sending, so that when you're creating the email, you know which list to use. You have three options for creating your list. You can add one member at a time, you can upload a CSV or a TXT file, or you can import from your Gmail, Hotmail, or Yahoo. Today we're going to select an external file, we're going to click Browse, and select the file that we want to upload. On the bottom right, you're going to click Next, and the page it brings you to is going to tell you what's in the list, and it's going to ask you what each field is. It gives you an example so that you can recognize each field, and you're going to select the correct option. Obviously, we have email list, we have email address, we have first name, and we have a last name. On the bottom right, you're going to go ahead and click Next, and it's going to load your list. It's going to give you a synopsis of what happened. It's going to tell you how many records were added, how many were updated, and how many were rejected. It also gives you an information on why the email address was rejected. In this case, it's improperly formatted, which means that it was missing like the .com or the @ sign, something like that. Once you have your list loaded, you're going to go ahead and create your email. By highlighting emails, you can click on New, and it takes you to the first step of creating your email. You're going to give your email a name, and it's going to be something that you're going to recognize. Your recipients aren't going to see the email name. This is something that's going to be in your system so that you can recognize it in the future. Your From label is going to populate from your account page, and you can change that to be whatever the recipient's going to recognize the most. Generally, they recognize your business more than an individual, so 90% of the time it's going to be the company that you're sending. Your subject line should reflect what's in the email itself. We do give hints. We recommend 40 to 50 characters, and we also have tips where you can click on that and it'll give you a different tip each time. The unsubscribe information is automatically going to be at the bottom of each email. We make sure that we're compliant and that when somebody clicks on the link, they're automatically removed from the email list. The postal address is also going to populate from your account, and then you're going to add the reply to email address. If somebody wants to reply to one of your emails, we need to know where it should go. After you click Next, you're going to have 4 tools that you can choose from: the Wizard, the Canvas, Freeform HTML for web designers, or text only. Today's tutorial, we're going to choose the Email Canvas. If you select a template, we have over 750 templates that you can use. You could choose a specific category if you like, or you can create your own template from scratch using the WYSIWYG tools. You're going to see pre-populated text that you can highlight, remove, and add your own information. Today what I'm going to show you is how to change images and add images. I'm also going to show you how to create hyperlinks. For these spacers here, that say to change this image, click here. You're going to highlight it, and then there's the image box. If you choose the image, you can change the image by either uploading one from your computer, choosing from the library within your account, or if you have the URL directly to that image, you can go ahead and choose that option as well. We're going to go ahead and choose from the library. If you click on the thumbnail, it's going to go ahead and insert the image. You can tell how much you want the text to be away from the image. You can align the text to the image. or you can just have none. Go ahead and save it, and it adds the image to your email. If you click on it, you can also reduce the size to the size you want. You can also delete images by clicking on it and clicking your backspace or delete. To add an image in a certain place where there isn't one, you can add your cursor to where you want the image to be, click on the image option, and select the same thing. That adds the image to your account. Again, you can resize it however you want. To add a URL, like link to my website, basically what you want to do is type in what you want the link to say. Here we're going to do click here. You can then highlight that text and choose the chain link icon, and you can add the URL that you want it to go to. Click OK, and it makes it into a hyperlink. The last thing I want to show you is to personalize it. You'll notice that it's already pre-populated, but if you're creating it from scratch, that may not be in there. So let's say you want to send it something to somebody that you have their first name, and you want to say, "Hi, first name." You can actually use the insert drop down here and choose first name. You want to give it a default value. If there is a member in your list that doesn't have a first name, you want to tell it what to say instead. So you could say, "Dear customer," or "Dear member." That way, if you don't know John or Joe's first name and it doesn't have it in your list, the email isn't going to say "Hi blank." It's going to say "Hi customer." Or if Joe or John or Mary or Sue is in the list, it'll say "Hi Mary, Joe." You also have the options for your fonts. You can change the font style, you can change the font size, you can change the color of the font itself as well. Once your email is created, you can go ahead and click Next, and it's going to walk you through the preview stage. You're going to preview what the HTML version looks like and what the text-only version looks like. And at the bottom, you're going to send a test. When you click Next, it's going to bring you to your mailing lists. You're going to choose the email list that you uploaded earlier and click Next. And this brings you to the final step before you mail. It's going to default to as soon as possible, but if you want it to go out tomorrow or next week, you can change that to whatever day you want. You can also add Google Analytics if your website hosts that, and it's going to give you a synopsis of what's being used out of your credits. So for here we got 88 credits. After we mail to 5 people, I'm going to have 83 credits left. The last step is to click Send. It'll go through our approval process, and the email will go out to your members. It's as easy as that. Thank you for listening to the tutorial, and if you have any questions, you have access to our help page. You can click on the bottom, and it gives you the information. Thanks again, and happy mailing!